Whether you fish, paddle, or just float, adding custom decking to your kayak can completely change the way it looks and functions. Today I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do this. No fancy tools, definitely no pro experience, just a DIY mission to level up our ride. Let's get into it. So today we're doing this DIY project on my Jackson Kayak Bite FD, but it does apply to any kayak whatsoever. First things first, jumped into Amazon. I simply searched kayak decking and a bunch of options popped up. Now the main reason I wanted to install decking on my fishing kayak simply because I stand and fish all the time. I wanted something that's going to provide a nice amount of grip in the area that I stand on the kayak. Not only that, but it creates a cushy barrier so if you do drop anything on the deck of your kayak, that decking is going to absorb that sound and maybe spook less fish in the area. Big difference. I decided on going with the Ocean Broad brand of kayak decking. Had great reviews on Amazon. It was a #1 bestseller. It had the 3M adhesive that I was looking for. A ton of different sizes available. And the nice thing too is the colors. I was able to find a color that was nice neutral gray, but with some blue accents that matched my kayak perfectly. In typical Amazon fashion, the package showed up the very next day. And ordering this type of thing blind on Amazon, you never really know. So I was really interested and curious in seeing the initial quality, first impressions, things like that. Decking was wrapped in plastic very tightly. So I knew right off the bat we were gonna have to find a space where we could lay it down flat, put some heavy objects on top of it, and really get it to straighten out so we could get some nice cuts with the material. Now you can apply this stuff to any surface of your kayak, but my plan was to basically copy the same outline that Jackson Kayak had for the kit that they were selling. Now that we had a plan, first things first was to get the kayak washed, get it scrubbed down nice and clean, and get it ready for the application. I definitely wanted to be as accurate as possible with the stencils, so I decided to use green frog painter's tape, something that I figured would be easily liftable off the kayak surface, but something that I could cut easily and really get precise with those edges and curves that I wanted to cover. I duplicated the pattern as best as I could, making sure to leave a nice little border around the edges and apply a sufficient amount of tape so that when I did pick it up, we wouldn't have pieces coming off here and there. It would all come off in one solid piece. So we just got the material in the garage after being in the basement flattening out for a couple days. And as you can see right here on the adhesive side, a lot of areas where the tape has lifted off the actual adhesive itself. And as you can see on the decking side, a bunch of ridges on the actual material itself. I really hope it doesn't affect the installation and it doesn't show once we actually get the deck pad on, but we'll find out soon. So I decided to use an area of the decking that had the least amount of ridges in it. And what I did is I laid out these stencils as closely to possible as how they're going to go on the boat. So I wanted to make sure there was continuity with the blue lines. Everything matched up perfectly as best as I could. So this X-Acto knife is literally the only tool I need for this project. We're going to take our pliers. We're going to break off a piece so we got a nice fresh blade on there. Let's see how she goes. So cutting the decking was actually a lot smoother than I thought it would be. As long as you have a good sharp knife, just take your time, follow the outline, and a little bit of pressure and I was going right through the material, even though it has a good thickness to it. We got all our pieces cut out, now it's time for the install. I actually rolled my kayak onto the lawn in the sun. I wanted the deck to warm up a little bit just so the adhesive on the decking may stick a bit better. Definitely wanted to get in there with some paper towel and isopropyl alcohol just to make sure that surface was as ready as possible for adhesion. Another thing you could do, take some really light grit sandpaper and just scuff the surface a little bit of where you'll be applying the deck padding. My deck's already a little rough, so I'm not gonna do that, but it might be food for thought if you're at a really smooth surface and you really want it to grip well. I'm gonna start with the top left, we'll make our way to the other side, and then we'll do the bottom pieces so we can make sure everything lines up perfectly. We're gonna peel off our stencil, probably keep it for down the road if we ever wanna redo the padding. See how she just peels off real nice there? Perfect. All right, here goes nothing, guys. Let's get this adhesive off. You can see a few ridges under there. Hopefully that doesn't affect the final product. Definitely very sticky. I think that's about the spot right there. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Get her pushed down there. That's on there really good. I'm impressed, wow. Let's get it lined up. Man, it's actually so easy to install, and like, I've been pulling on the corners. That adhesive is impressive. Now these bottom pieces are gonna be essential because I want those lines to line up as best as possible. I think it's gonna line up perfectly. Let's get the adhesive off and give her a shot. No way, come on now. That's looking neat. That's looking real good right there, folks. And that about does it. Well, the install is done, and I must say I'm super impressed. Really easy material to work with. The ridges from when I straightened it out, no effect at all. It's perfectly flat on the kayak, and damn, it just looks good, man. All that's left to do is a real world test. Let's get her out to the river, do a little fishing, see how well it survives the day. And just like that, we're out on the water. Supposed to get a bit of rain this afternoon. We're gonna get a couple hours out. I noticed a difference with the deck pads. It's like standing on a stress mat. It's really nice. The water's just beating right off of it. Pretty impressed so far. Let's get a bit of fishing in, see how she looks by the end of the day. Yes. Switched it up to the Ned rig with that little craw with the red under. Ooh, man, this is a good fish. Jeez, a little rusty on the drag, but oh yeah. Okay, didn't expect that on the Ned rig. First fish of the open water season, going into the trees. Let's move up a bit. It's out of season right now, so we're gonna have to. I'm glad he didn't break me off. There we go. Big old heavy pike. Awesome. Woo. That was awesome, man. That will get the blood flowing. Oh boy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, beauty smallie. Cool. Take it. Oh man, look at that guy diving. Oh, that guy got shoulders, man. That's a big old smallie. Awesome. So because it's catch and release, we gotta pretty much keep them in the water here as much as we can, get them unpinned, and then get a nice release on them. So that's what we're gonna do. Nice. Hell yeah, man, that was sick. Oh yeah. Big old fall fish. That's pike bait. This is a fall fish. This is what we call big old pike and musky bait right there. Just pegged him, eh? See you, bud. Well, this kayak decking passes the test just for the first day out, but really waterproof. Water just beads up on top. A lot of grip and a lot of cushion when standing on the kayak. I'll do a review video in a couple months once we really put it through its paces, but super impressed. Highly recommend you guys do this kayak mod. Really appreciate you checking out the video. Drop any questions down in the comments. Happy to help. We'll see you guys at the next spot.